Good day, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. My name is Teasing Duke, and welcome back to another episode of the War Thunder Grand Tour, the series where I go back through all the different ranks of the American tech tree, playing all the aircraft I may or may not have flown throughout my journey to the top ranks of the United States, and relearning all the different dogfighting skills that I may or may not have lost along the way. Today, I've got a very special aircraft for you. We're going to be flying out the P-38E, a Rank 2 battle rating 3.0 fighter interceptor in the U.S. tech tree. This is an aircraft that, honest to God, I know the icon down there says I have spaded this aircraft. And as you can see, I have in fact have spaded this aircraft. That said, I don't ever remember playing it. I'm not kidding. I have, but I don't remember it. It was so long ago that I never thought about it. So, we are going to be flying it out today. We are going to be seeing if we can get into some trouble with it, see what we can do. I think it's going to play very similarly to the A-36 in that I believe it does get an interceptor spawn. So, it's going to be able to get up to high altitude. Boom and zoom obviously is going to be the name of the game. We'll see what kind of dogfights we can get into it with it, whatever. You know what I mean? I have seen people dogfight in this aircraft. However, I'm not sure I am at that level yet. We're gonna find out. But enough of me rambling. Let's get into the gameplay. Alright, first game here in the P-38. We are still, despite the fact that we get an interceptor spawn, we are still going to side climb, just because enemy interceptors are almost certainly going to have a better climb rate than us, and just because I'm going to get a bad network connection right off the bat, that's wonderful. Just because we get an interceptor spawn does not mean that we're always going to want to create a little bit of separation from us and the enemy. Rarely, if ever, do you want to climb directly into the enemy. You always want at least a little bit of separation from their climb path to level out, get some airspeed, assess the situation, figure out what targets you're going to prosecute, what your attack is going to be like. So even when I'm up at altitude, it's always going to be a good idea to side climb. And I haven't even spotted the enemy yet. I mean, for all I know, that there could be several enemy interceptors and fighters with good climb rates that are going to be able to get way above me. That's a good question. What are those B-25s doing? Huh. Anyway. Duke, try not to get distracted for 2 seconds. You can do it, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna see where the enemy is. We're up here at 13,000 feet. It's looking like got a couple high flyers, 2 o'clock low, or 2 o'clock level. Yeah, I'll turn in, see what's what. It's a full game, so I'm not really sure what to expect. We got another heavy fighter up with us, P-61. That's a pretty formidable interceptor. Looking forward to being able to play that one day. Is this another situation where the enemy just did not bother to climb? I got 2 Focke-Wulfs below us. Cool the engine off, there's no reason to burn it out. I will... I don't want to make an attack run yet. This is only a little bit of the enemy team. I want to know where the rest are before I commit myself. It's looking like more and more of them on the ground. I wouldn't mind going for that P-47. Okay, there's a few at altitude. So let's climb back up. Get that P-47 we're gonna want to take out. Oh, okay, yeah, they're all over. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess I did side climb a little heavy. It's weird. Okay. Good bit of them are over here. That Focke-Wulf, obviously the priority. He is the highest target. This P-61 seems to have the same idea, which is the right idea. So I'll I'll make my attack run with him. The P-47 is also someone I'm going to want to take out. Yeah, we've got some good targets here in front of us. And this P-61 seems to know what he's doing, so I'm going to try to support him as best I can as we look to move in here. P-47 is looking like a pretty juicy target. I don't want to go in yet without. Ooh, that 109. If that 109 is going to pitch straight up, just kind of looking like what he's doing. Yeah, that P-38 looks like he's gaining on that P-47. Yeah, this is looking like a target-rich environment over here. I'll come off WEP. Pull the engine down a little bit. The 109 is going to start to go evasive. I'll get a severe damage on him. I'll turn right in for the 410. I'll get a severe crit. And we'll turn right around. I'm going to put this into a dive. There's no way this 109 catches me. Not even close, buddy. P-61's going to slot right in and onto his tail. I'm going to put it up and do a slight climb. Actually, just going to bring it fully around. I want to go for that P-47. That actually might have been a mistake. Oh, boy. Okay. Wow, the P-61 saves my butt. And I still have tail control. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, that was a little... I thought the P-47 was more oblivious than he was. That was a very risky gambit. I owe that P-61 my life. Definitely going to buy him a drink when we get back to the hangar. 100%. That's an enemy fighter. Can I stop getting connection to server loss, man? I swear. My Wi-Fi is just abominable. Yeah, that is 109. We're going to go for him, 100%. But yeah, 2 quick ones right off the bat. That's about what I would expect in the P-38. That 20 mil in the nose is crazy effective at shredding more heavily armored targets. Looks like we got a few people down on the deck here. I definitely want to go for this 109. Oh, if he pitches into the head-on, all the better. Yep. Sorry, buddy. We'll take the kill. Now I want to start going after these guys. This is ultimately the advantage of climbing. Now these guys are all on the deck. They're nice and slow. They've got no energy. Especially these Focke-Wulfs are not going to be able to do anything on the deck. Their dogfighting performance is pitiful. They can't turn. I'm going to have all the energy in the world to just roll over on them. And you can see the P-38 is holding its energy extremely well. I'm pushing 600 here. And what's nice, unlike some other aircraft, the control surfaces are not locking up at all, which is awesome. What do you do, Mr. Focke-Wulf? You try to run? That ain't gonna work. Sorry, buddy. Whee! Sorry, bud. Oh, that's crazy. What are the odds we get an ace in the first match? What are the odds that MB-157 gets that C-202 before I do? Uh, 50-50, probably. Is he the last guy? Yeah, he's the last guy. The MB is defensive. I'm not gonna, screw it, there's nobody left. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna destroy my engine. Oh, the Spitfire is gonna come in. Oh, if you don't get that kill, I'm gonna be upset for you. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. Excellent teamwork. Perfect bait by the MB-157. Set that Spitfire up perfectly. What can I get a cheeky lit? Oh my god, he puts the fire out? Oh my god, maybe I will get the, the ultimate kill credit. No way. Ah, an assist. Ah, close enough. 4.5 kills in the first match. Damn, okay. I swear I haven't played this thing in years. But, yeah, that's what you do. So, if I didn't mention it before, the armament on this thing is crazy. What? What? I, I did not J out there. That was okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, what I was saying, just look at that nose. 450 cals and a 20 mil, all clustered within like a foot or two of each other. That's that's pretty damn impressive. That's pretty potent. You ever get that feeling when you do something really cool, like you pull off something really really sick, and you look around hoping somebody saw it, and then there's just nobody there, and you're kind of caught half smiling, half like upset that no one was there and no one's gonna believe you that you just did this really cool thing. That's how I feel right now. I I just had a really great game in this thing. I pulled off a crazy reversal against the P-63, and I'm so bummed because I wasn't recording. I thought I was recording, and I didn't want to check it mid-match to interrupt the action, but I wasn't recording. So alas, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in the replay. It was such a good fight. You know what? I probably will put it in the replay, just because I can't not show it off. But man, I wish I'd caught it live. I mean, I'll put it as an addendum at the end, because there's no way I'm gonna let that game go unshown. But anyway, regardless, we're back in the P-38, climbing up here, getting ready to stick it to the enemy, as you know. Looks like we're having a little religious argument in the chat. Classic, you know. Average night playing War Thunder. What are you going to do about it? Okay, what do we got here? We got a couple of bombers up high. Got a lot of bombers up high, actually. Do I want to maybe do my job and intercept the bombers, just so they don't become a problem later? I may do that. We'll see. It's not like I don't have the ammunition for it. Got a lot of good dogfighters on my team, so I'm not particularly worried about the enemy. Though there is a lot of high-flying enemy fighters. This is certainly going to be a hell of a match. Got some Corsairs up here with me. Good to see you, gentlemen. Glad you could make it. Glad you climbed. That's actually... Damn, they're higher than I am. That's crazy. I had an interceptor spawn, and they got up here quicker than I did. Alright, we're going to go on the DB3. Oh, come on. Okay. And am I going to go for the G4 M1? I am. Yeah, screw it. Because I'm an interceptor, this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, there goes your wing. Spray a little bit to get it, but we got it in the end. And this Key-43, this Corsair is going to set him up beautifully for me. There's also that P-47 down below. Oh, go up, please. Yep. Or just keep flying straight. That also just works. Oh, or you could lag out. That's awesome. Yep. Oh, okay. Thanks, War Thunder. Yay. Okay. Sure. Sure. We'll present a thin profile here. Take him up. My Corsair friends are doing a brilliant job keeping him down. Good enough for me to just loop over top. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Not going to turn with that. Nope, we're going to go back up. We're going to go back up. I am not turning with a Key-43. You will never find me doing that. I would not be caught dead. I would be caught dead doing that, actually. If I did that, I would be caught dead. Don't quite have it. Ooh, that's concerning. But he's not going to be able to stick with it. My Corsair friends, again, doing a great job. We're just keeping up the pressure. Put the combat flaps out. Oh, come on. This is a good shot. This is a good shot. Oh my god. My aim. Look away, please. Okay, surely here. Okay, there we go. Jesus. He puts the fire out? What? He's a Japanese prop. Are you kidding me? Okay, I need to cool my engine off. Okay, yeah, you know what? Corsair can have him. I'm shocked he put that fire out. That's crazy. Is that the game? No, there's still a few guys left. Okay, yeah, he's dead. All right. 2 assists. Really? I didn't get the kill on the... Okay, whatever. Whatever. Wow, the chat's going crazy. All right, where's the enemy? I'm going to assume that they are still at altitude. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, it's 2 bombers. You know what, though? That's perfect, because I am an interceptor. And unlike in previous games, where I've been at the mercy of just space camping bombers, this time I can actually climb to intercept them. So let's do that. I'm gonna cut. We'll cut to when I actually get up there and kill these fools. Okay, set another fire on that DB3. And I think I nicked his engine. I'm out of cannons. But that's fine. Still got 1,200 rounds of 50 cal. That DB3 should be dead. Hopefully that Corsair is okay. He does look like he's been hit, but he's not out of the fight. We've climbed up to this other bomber's altitude. Not sure what the... Oh, he's gonna bail out. It was the Focke-Wulf 200. Fucking, really? That DB3 is still alive. Excuse my language, but seriously? How's he not dead? I hit him. I hit him so hard. I think that's the same guy I hit earlier. Whatever. Well, this Corsair might attempt the wharf maneuver. If you can't do that, I'll kill him. Or you can just, you know, bail out. He looks like he's going in. I don't think he's pulling out of that dive. No, he's dead. Yeah, okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, 1 kill, 2 assists. I'll take it. Not too bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so I promised I would bring you all the replay of that second game. So here it is in all its glory. This PE2 is gonna kind of inexplicably turn away. And you'll see off to the right in a minute, a lot of enemy aircraft are gonna appear at my altitude. And some of them are gonna start making a beeline for me, so I'm thinking, you know, I don't want to be chasing this PE2 forever. I gotta wrap this up pretty quick. So let me just put a short little burst right at him, and that finishes him off pretty quickly. I'm going to turn in here, and I'm going to see a lot of enemies, and instead of charging straight at them, I'm actually going to turn away to make sure that I can get some separation. If they want to pursue me, they can, but it's going to force them to separate themselves from their teammates, and that's ultimately going to be exactly what I want. This 109 is going to keep coming in. I eventually say, look, I can't run forever. I got to get back into the fight. I want to try to make a difference here. So we're going to turn back in. And it looks like the P-63 is going to be our lucky customer. So I'm going to kind of get set up for a head-on with him. I'm gonna take a couple long-range shots. I think I might have hit him there briefly. And then we're going to go into the fight here. I take him vertical, put the flaps out, just because I have a decent bit of energy. I know he has a lot of energy, but I'm hoping he's going to be just a little too fast to turn too tight. I am going to keep it vertical. I'm going to put it back down. He's actually going to climb over me here, and I see I get jumped by this Yak 9. So I'm going to see that, and I'm going to just, frankly, I'm just going to run away. He is going to nick my right engine, and I am just going to run. Now, he isn't going to follow me. He's actually going to put it back up, and I think he's engaging my friendly Spitfire. So seeing that, I'm going to dive away. I see this P-63 on my tail. I see he's taking some long-range shots at me. I'm going to guess here that he's pretty fast and is going to overshoot, so I take it up, put the flaps out just a little bit. We get some crazy server-side lag. I don't really know where that came from, but that's what we see. Also, again, I apologize for the replay being kind of wonky. Wow, very wonky. I really wish I'd recorded this game live, but this is just going to have to be the next best thing. And so with that reversal, I put it around and I kill him. I'm really, really happy with that. That was like, I was pogging out of my mind when I managed to hit that. That was awesome. So that just shows you that the P-38 can definitely dogfight. It's not going to be, it's not a turn fighter, but if you get it fast, it can turn pretty damn well with those combat flaps. It is more than capable. So I'm seeing we've got a couple of enemies high up here. That was the highlight of the match, by the way. I will show you this part. I am going to actually get killed by LJ Parker 14 in the Yak 9. He's actually going to be able to out dogfight me. But I do think it's good to look at how the dogfight went and look at what I did wrong. Or both what he did right and what I did wrong. And how I might be able to use that to learn in the future. So the first thing that he did right was he stayed high. He didn't immediately get into the furball with those two Spitfires and the 109. He conserved his energy, he conserved his position. Now he's going to go in here, and I'm going to take that as my cue to start my attack, but it was a bit of a feint. He's coming right for me. And I misread his intentions, and also I seriously misread my own energy state. I pull up to try to get him in a gun kill head on, and I pull straight up and lose all my speed at the top here. And he is able to just loop right underneath me. And immediately I'm like, okay, I need to get out of here. I need to just put it in a dive, get some speed, maybe force an overshoot. And he's really smart here. He pulls right back up, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, time to go. He pulls up, I can come back. He pulls back in, I present a thinner profile, I turn to the right. Now this should have been my cue to ditch, to reset the fight and get out of there. But I went back up, and he's going to just slot right in behind me and get a really good kill there. That was ultimately my mistake. I should not have done that. I should have just gotten away, played for space, maybe gone back to some of my teammates, regrouped. A Yak 9 is not to be trifled with in a dogfight like that. I played that too aggressively, and I paid for it. So, the P-38, definitely a good dogfighter, but also, you got to know your limits. You can't be doing stuff like that in front of a Yak 9. So, let that be a lesson to y'all. And still, a very good performance from the P-38. I'm happy with it. Anyway. Alright, I've pressed record on this one. I see the little red light blinking down there. So we are good to go. Locked and loaded here in another game. This will probably be the last game. I don't know. The four match structure seems to work pretty well for these videos. I don't know. You guys can let me know. I've recorded the last few all together in a batch, so once they're all out, you guys can let me know if you like the format. Maybe if you want me to change it up, I'm happy to make changes. But yeah, no, man, for a plane that I haven't flown in a while, it feels really good to fly. And I think, I'm not to toot my own horn, but I'm definitely kind of settling back into playing low-tier US props, because I remember when I originally fly this thing, I didn't really like it. I remember wishing that it could turn better. when I first started playing War Thunder, when I really first started getting into American propeller-driven aircraft, I was very much one of those people who was upset that, you know, oh, American aircraft can't perform as well because, they just can't turn with the enemy, they can't climb with the enemy. How are American fighters supposed to, compete against superior enemy aircraft like Messerschmitts and Focke-Wulfs, Zeros, Spitfires, all that? And to some extent, that is still true. But the more I revisit all these aircraft, the more I'm realizing that ultimately it really was a skill issue on my part. And I think I definitely was driven away from some aircraft that are actually really good, like the P-38. It's just you got to know how to fly them. You got to know how to use energy to its advantage. You got to know how to not panic when you get attacked by the enemy when they might be higher than you. You got to know to side climb. You got to know to turn away from the enemy and force them to chase you and waste their altitude and their energy, right? You got to be willing to play the long game, right? Fight for your position. Make sure that you're in the most advantageous spot possible before you make an attack, all that. I just didn't really understand that as much when I was first starting out playing this game, but now that I'm going back through, I'm getting a much better appreciation for that style of fighting. And don't get me wrong, there's still aircraft that I remember playing earlier in the tech tree that when we revisit, my opinion of them probably won't change. I mean, we'll see, but I've been happily surprised with the P-38. I mean, I was always told it was really good, borderline overpowered, but I just never clicked with it when I first started playing. But now I can definitely see what people were talking about, and I'm excited to start playing some of the later models further up the tree once we get to that, further up in rank 3 and 4. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are still plenty of aircraft in the tech tree that I played when I was first starting out that I still adore. The F6F Hellcat is one of them, absolutely. I am so excited to be able to play that plane for a video here soon. It's such an incredible aircraft, but we'll get to that all in good time. Anyway, enough of me rambling about the good old days. Let's go kill us some enemy bombers. Got an SB-2M off the nose here. That should be about good. Yeah. DB3, you're next. Please and thank you. Damn. Clinical. And the SB-2M is gonna survive. Fair play. I will let others deal with the Wellington. I'd like to help influence the dogfight. Well, that guy is getting dogpiled. Holy crap. Alright, go with the lag? Yeah, we'll go with the lag. Oh yeah, especially because he's gone on a friendly. I want to protect my friendly P-43. We'll cut throttle. I don't want to go too fast, though I know I can handle it. And trust the process here. I'm just going to try to get onto his 6. Wow, if I can aim. Okay, that's fine. Just going to go back up. I'm going to jump this I-15 in the process. Saw his wing off. Again, I'm spraying a little bit. But it's okay. Everything is okay. We've got all the speed in the world. No reason to worry. Just going to bring it back over top. Dive right back on top of them all. That lag's going to go in. That I-15 is going to shrug it off. I'm actually going to target that 109. Speed, speed, speed. You cannot catch me. This is what I mean. Just boom and zoom for days. The Elmirski's gonna turn away. I've got all the energy in the world to just come right back in. Nope. And if I don't want to take that, I don't have to. Now, I am a little worried about that Stuka, actually, especially if it's the D model. He's got some gun pods. Gonna pop combat flaps here, gonna circle in on him. I want to line up nicely on his 6. And we're just gonna saw his tail off. And yep, wow, the 109. Okay, I did not see that guy coming. Fair play. Fair play. Damn. Okay, that just goes to show you can still get ambushed if you get cocky. Good stuff. I can't even really be mad. That was just a good shot. All right, well, a slightly anticlimactic way to end things, but still I think a very solid performance by the P-38 here. Just a really strong thoroughbred fighter. Really the epitome of the American way of building combat airplanes. A lot of engine power, excellent armament, and you just got to trust the aircraft. You got to trust in your speed. You got to be smart with your positioning. It definitely takes a little bit more thought than something like a Zero or a Spitfire, but man, if you can put this thing in the right position, it will carry you far. So take all that as you will. Best of luck if you choose to fly this thing. And yeah, I want to thank all of you very much for watching the video. I want to thank you also for your continued support on this series. I've been having a lot of fun making these videos, and I'm hoping you guys continue to enjoy them and support them as they continue to come out. I'm not sure what we're going to have next, but whatever it is, I know it's going to be fun. So once again, thank you all very much. Hope you have a wonderful day, and until I see you in the next one, take care.